Hello everyone, welcome to Graphic Designers Workshop. Let us see how to create this beautiful calendar in CorelDraw. So let us start. Let us first create a document. So we will select A3 size and we will select portrait. We can put the units of measurement as inches, and we'll give our name for our calendar as Explore India Calendar. So we'll simply click OK. So now we have created a document. So now we'll start the designing process. The first thing we'll do is we'll create a background. So how we create a background is, so we'll just simply double click on this rectangle and then we will select a ellipse. So we'll create a perfect ellipse by holding Control. So then we'll bring the ellipse over here. We'll try to adjust it properly so that it sits exactly to the border of this, or the top right border of this rectangle. Right. So then we will create one more rectangle, one more ellipse. So simply hit plus on the numlock key of your keyboard. So then simply move it a little bit. We'll align it exactly over the top right corner. Right. So now we'll fill colors. So I will select the Smart Fill tool and I will fill. So I will fill a blue color, a dark blue color at the bottom section, and then I will apply yellow color over here. Right. And then we will apply a red color in this section. Right. So it's not red, actually it's orange. Right. So then we will remove these ellipses. Right. So we got some nice design over here. So we can actually remove the outlines by selecting the shape, and then here we can select none here so that we can remove the outlines. Right. So now is the interesting part. Now we are going to get the calendar. So to get the calendar, here we have to go to Tools, and then here we have an option Scripts, and in the scripts we have something called Run Script. We have to simply click on this Run Script, and when you click on this Run Script, right now you can't see anything here. So what we have to do is we have to come to the bottom section. Here we have something called Macros In, and here we have a drop down list. From the drop down list we'll select this Calendar Wizard. So simply select the Calendar Wizard, and then we will simply click on this Run button. So when you click on this Run button, we can see some dialog box over here. So this dialog box is Oberon Calendar Wizard 3.7. So whoever has a CorelDraw version to 2020 or higher, they will definitely find this option. So I recommend you to have the latest version of CorelDraw. So here, the moment you open this dialog, you can see year here. So we are going to set all these options. So the first option is year. So we can actually select the year calendar which we want. Here 2022 is there. In case you want to create the calendar for the year 2023, you can also do it, but right now we are in the year 2022, so let's keep 2022 here. And the next one is, see the months of this year. If you want all the months, we can simply click on this all. See, now we have selected all the months, right? And the next thing we are supposed to do is, see, we can come to this section, and here we have week starts on. So generally the week starts on Sunday for some people and Monday for some people. So Sunday is generally known as the weekend, so let us keep Monday, right? So then the next thing is, here we have option to set the holidays. So we can just click on this holidays, and then see here I have just mentioned some of the holidays here. So I can actually create one more holiday here. So we can actually select the January 1st as a holiday. So the January 1st, we can say rest day, so which is a holiday, right? And we can say add. So here you can add any number of holidays. For example, in the month of December we have Christmas, so we will put 25 here, and then we can say Christmas, and we can simply click on add. And we can also put some other holidays if you want. All the months are there, so different months are there. You can select any month and put the holidays, right? Okay, so once we have set the holidays, we'll simply close it. So now we'll come to the bottom section here, the layout section. So here we can set the style of our calendar. So how our layout, the calendar layout should appear. So here a number of options are there. So see, I will be selecting this year 12 small 4 into 3. So what will happen is, you will see the 4 months in each row. Total 3 months are there. Oh sorry, total 3 rows will be there, and in each row 4 months are going to be there. So you can select this option. In case you don't want this option, you can select just 1 month, or if you only want 1 month, you can select 1 month. Or if you want the layout to be a little bit different, see, for example, see, if you want the layout to have the months in an L shape, all the months to be created in an L shape, you can select this option, left and bottom. So like this. So if you want a reverse L shape, you can also select this option, 12 small top right. But for our calendar we will select this one, 12 small 4 into 3. So because we will be having 4 months in each row, right? So now the next thing we'll do is, we'll click on expand here, so that we can see how our calendar is changing. So here we will select this small header, and we can also give some color to our the background for our month. So here we have this option, back. So in case we want to give some color for the background, we can give, see here, this is for the actually for the month title. And if you want for the body, so we can also create it for the body. We can select some cream color here, see here, right? And then we can also change the fonts. So if you want to change the fonts for the days or the dates, so we can simply click here, let me select impact. So we can see impact is looking nice, right? And for Mondays, so we can select the color for Mondays actually. So here we have an option to select the color for Mondays, and also the font for Mondays has to be impact, right? So now it looks fine. So we can play with these settings, we can change all the settings. It's quite easy for you to experiment. And in case you want to change the background, here we can also change the background. Let us see. Okay, it's not the background, it is the color for the day actually, for Mondays. And also we will change the Monday text to impact. So right, and the color has to be red, pure red, right? So the next thing we can do is, see here we have something called the dividers. So in the page layout, so if you want each row to be divided with these dividers, and also each column to be divided with these dividers, you can select these options. But I don't like these dividers, so let me turn off this, right? So we are done with the changes. So the next thing we are supposed to do is simply we will click on this generate button. So the moment you click on this generate button, see a calendar appears. So we'll just click on OK, and we will close this. So we can see the calendar has been created, right? So now we will adjust it properly. So we will open the objects here. See, the objects panel is on the right side of your interface, and in case you can't find it, simply go to Windows, Dockers, and here the objects option is there. In the older version of CorelDraw, you can find object manager instead of objects. So same thing, both are the same, just the name has changed, right? So the next thing we'll do is we will actually select all the calendars here. We'll group them, Ctrl G, and then after grouping we can simply rename it actually calendar months, right? And we will scale it down. So it has appeared very big actually. So we'll scale it down, and we can hold the shift key actually. So with the shift key you can actually center scale, right? So let us adjust it properly actually. So don't stretch it too much, we'll just stretch it slightly actually. So if you stretch it too much, it may not look interesting. So simply adjust it, right? Make sure that it is not placed at the edges of your document. It is slightly inside the edges, right? So slightly scale it like this, right? So now it's looks fine. Right. So the next thing we are supposed to do is now we'll concentrate on the background actually. So what we'll do is we'll give some gradient colors to each section of the background. So I'll start with this blue section. Simply hit F11. F11 opens the gradient dialog box, which is edit fill dialog box actually. So from here we can select a nice gradient. For this one we'll actually pick a darker gradient, So a dark one. Right, we will also select the elliptical fountain fill. Right. So then we will use G. This is interactive fill. We can actually control the positioning and the style of the gradient by using this interactive fill, this gizmo. Right. Right. So then we'll select this yellow section here. So we can actually give some different color. We can give an orange gradient here, or we can also select, okay, so we'll select red actually. Yeah. Right. And to make it more interesting, we will actually apply a white color outline here, or we can select a hairline and we'll select a pure white color. So now it looks fine, and simply click OK. Right. So the next thing we'll do is we will import an image. So we will import an image of a India gate actually. So this is the image of India gate. So I will put it as a power clip. I will use the option power clip to put this image inside this red color section actually. So how we can do it is simply select the image, right click on it. Here we have an option power clip inside, and then simply click on this red section. So the image sits inside this red color shape. So now the next thing we'll do is we will adjust the image. So the image is not appearing properly. So what we'll do is simply click on this edit option here, so that we can adjust the image properly. So we want at least the top part of the image to be visible, to be clearly visible. So we'll just scale it a little bit. Right. Right. And we'll click on this finish. So in case you want to adjust it even further, you can always select the image, and here we have an option edit. Right. So now the next thing we'll do is, so we'll select the text, we will type 2022 here. We'll put the number over here, and we will change the font to Impact. Right. We can give it a pure yellow color, and we'll slightly make it small. Right. And the final thing we'll do is, so we will just put the text Explore India, and again we will give it an impact. So just we'll select the text and we'll just give it impact font. We'll place it over here. We'll give it a pure red color. And we can make it a slightly italic if you want. So just by clicking inside the text, and here an option appears, a controller appears, and we can make it slightly italic. Right. So in case you want the calendar to be a little bit small, you can actually make it small. Actually, just make it a little bit small, and we can actually stretch it a little bit. That's it. Don't stretch it too much, right? And we'll give some drop shadow to this 2022 year text. So simply select the shadow option here and give it a slight drop shadow, right? So now it looks fine. So the last thing we'll do is we'll export it. So simply go to File, Export, and then we will export it as a PNG. So we'll just click on this. We'll give it a name. Explore India. We'll say Explore India and hyphen calendar. So we will be exporting it as a PNG file. So simply click on this export. So it will take time, right? And then simply click OK. So now we will just check the final output that we got. So we'll just open with Photos, and this is a beautiful calendar that we have created. So we'll also export it in another format. So we'll just go to File, Export, and here we will select JPEG. So we'll give the same name, and we'll export it, and simply click OK. So this is the JPEG format calendar. So the last and final format is we'll export it as a PDF. So we'll just export it. So we'll just check the PDF. So this is the PDF format calendar. So the good thing about PDF is, see, you can directly select the text, and you can actually try to copy the text, and you can do some modifications actually. So this is the calendar that we have created in CorelDraw. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do subscribe, like, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.